Hi everybody, Dan Cunliffe here, Managing Director of Pangea. If you have ever seen that skyline before, we're in Tel Aviv. We were invited and quite fortunate to work with one of our partners, Marshall at The One Solution. Is originally from Israel and invited us to come with him and look at some opportunities around what's going on in Israel and particularly in Tel Aviv. In terms of reporting back and what's been happening, honestly it is one of the most interesting places around entrepreneurial culture in terms of innovation, and it's just clear in terms of the meetings we went to. We saw things that in my view are super interesting for IoT, particularly what we can bring back to our channel. We looked at things where guys are providing a smarter way of using a cat's eye, which is usually the little light inside of the road as you're driving, and these guys are actually measuring and determining where vehicles are using smarter ways of deploying cat's eyes in the road. This is all about a drive towards autonomous cars and really leading the way in terms of what's available out there, and they are actually deployed in the UK already, as well as US and some other interesting countries, so we're going to be working on that. We met some guys who are looking at IoT security. It's a very big part of the market, IoT security, but particularly focused on the edge device, so your point of sale device or your actual machine and the M2M, how they're talking to each other. These guys have got patented technology, which is all about how do you create the most secure but also dynamic identifier of a device, and using everything from a MAC address to an IMEI, but even into the physical environment in order to kind of identify whether that device is truly the one that is talking within your network, within an M2M story. That's something we're looking to bring into our partner channel, be completely different as well in terms of where we go and how we deliver value back into our partners. Probably the other thing is, which has been very interesting, is just the way that I think the people are so interested in innovation. We had some meetings with a guy called Barry Grossman, who is one of the directors at British Embassy and the trade between Israel and Britain. And Barry mentioned to me that there's been £400 million of investment from Israel back into Britain over the last year, which is he's overseen. And I just think there are some really fascinating and great opportunities between what we can do from a sort of IoT perspective, learning what is being cultivated here in Tel Aviv and kind of Israel as a whole, and bringing those products or those solutions or those capabilities back into our partner channel. So I found that super interesting. I was also fortunate enough to be accompanied by our co-director and co-founder Chris Ramika, who helped me work with one particular client, and one of the main reasons for being out here as well is one of our newer partners is someone who's got a global patent on learning and delivering very interesting information about containers. They have got a patent on using the vent in a container, and one of the things we've helped them with is actually tracking that device in that container pretty much anywhere in the world using a very low level type of transport, which is called USSD. It's a low power, very similar to something like Sigfox, but actually moves because it is not a deployed network. So USSD is something that's within our portfolio. It's worked really well, and in order to come all the way out here, work with someone who's have a global patent on a product, choosing Pangea to work with them was quite special, and fortunately Chris, myself and the team managed to go through testing successfully, so really good there. It's about enough I can say for there. This is a long version of the snippet that will be in the vlog, so thanks for taking the time. Dan Cunliffe, and being here in Israel, I had a great time. Thanks so much.